Well, it's been a while, everybody. I missed y'all. But without further ado, roll that footage. How you doing, everybody? It's me, Brandon Dudechair Craven, coming at you with another video. And yes, I know it has been a long time since I've done one of these videos, since I've done one of these reviews. Actually, I was looking the other day, and I think it's been close to 2 years since I've actually done a wrestling review. So hopefully we're going to be doing a lot more of these. You're going to be seeing a lot more games coming out on this channel. You'll be seeing a lot more coming up this week as far as games go. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a future video coming out later this week. And that intro that you just saw is the reason why I haven't been around much. Plus some other things, and I'll get to that a little bit later in another video. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's start this review of WrestleMania 36 night number 1 with the pre-show. The only match on night 1's pre-show was Drew Gulak versus Cesaro. Now this was a really quick match, but it had a lot of offense by both superstars, so it was really, really well done, even though they didn't really have a whole lot of time to do much. So it was really, really well done. Um, the winner of that match was Cesaro, and overall, I'm going to give that match a C plus. And we do have a new grading system. This time, we're going with the letter grading system instead of just stars. So we'll be doing that. Now, let's head on over to the main card. The first match on the main card for WrestleMania Night 1 was Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag team titles. This was a great first match. I thought this match really did well. And it's not common to have a great tag match in this day and age. I mean, they haven't really had a whole lot of great tag matches. But this was a good one. Great back and forth by all 4 women. And your winners, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and they are your new tag team champions. Overall, I'm going to give that score a B+. It was a great match to start out the night. Next match on the card was Elias versus Baron Corbin. This match wasn't bad. I had my doubts about this one, but it wasn't bad. It kind of started out like a match on TV with Corbin meeting Elias on the ramp, and a brawl broke out. So it kind of reminded me of just a regular old Monday Night Raw, free-for-all at the beginning. But it was good storytelling in the match by Elias, selling the injury from the fall from a couple of weeks prior to that, where he fell off the scaffolding in the Performance Center. And Corbin playing the heel competently for once. Not a big fan of Corbin. Most of my friends know this. I'm just not a fan of him, but it was a pretty good match. Your winner was Elias by grabbing the tights and rolling him up. So he did kind of cheat there to win, but it was a hard-fought win. Overall, I'm going to give that match a C. Next match on the card was Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler for the Raw Women's Championship. This was a great matchup. Despite what people may say, I know there was a lot of people that were disappointed in this match. But with it had a really unexpected ending. A lot of people were expecting Shayna to win this match, but in fact, Becky won it. I'll get to that. Shayna dominated this match. She had a reversal for almost every move that Lynch had, and Lynch had a counter for all of Baszler's moves. So, but still, Baszler dominated this matchup. But Becky did win with a roll-up. Completely unexpected ending. I was not expecting that to happen. I was expecting them to give the title to Shayna Baszler. So, and especially now since, Becky has announced her pregnancy and Asuka's now the champion, you kind of expected that to happen, but nobody was really expecting that announcement either. So that was a really good match. Overall, I'm going to give that a B. Next match on the card was Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. This was a dominant match by Daniel Bryan. Sami Zayn played the cowering heel perfectly. I thought he played it really well. He had his boys Shinsuke and Cesaro backing him up, and he just played that role just perfectly. Winner due to outside interference was Sami Zayn. He did actually beat Daniel Bryan. He was at the time still Intercontinental Champion. They are having a tournament for that at Backlash to decide the new Intercontinental Champion because Sami Zayn cannot compete because of the pandemic that's going on. So, overall, I'm going to give that match a C+. Next match on the card. Now, this was an interesting match. Next match on the card was John Morrison versus Jimmy Uso versus Kofi Kingston in a ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles because The Miz could not compete, and so they just made a triple threat for the titles. And this match, considering the circumstances, was epic. I mean, I absolutely love this match. It was a classic ladder match, really up there with all the other ladder matches that have happened over the years. And it had great moves. Everybody shined. There was nobody who was dominant over the other. And it was just an overall great ladder match. And the winner, after a weird ending where everyone had their hands on the title and brought them down, John Morrison actually knocked it off the ladder and was actually knocked off the ladder and held on to the titles to retain the championship. That was one of the most interesting endings to a match I think I've ever seen. So that was, I can't say enough about it. So Miz and Morrison were still your tag team champions. Overall, I'm going to give that grade an A. That was just a fantastic match. Next up is Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. Now, this was another great match, and it was restarted after Seth got DQ'd at WrestleMania. I didn't like that part. That part was kind of dumb in my opinion. It did get restarted as a no disqualification, no rules match, which was epic. Now, this match was really, really well done, and it saw Kevin Owens dive off the WrestleMania sign onto Seth Rollins through the announce table. Due to the circumstances, they're still in the Performance Center, and WrestleMania was in the Performance Center, and I had my doubts about it, but that was just really well done. And Kevin Owens did win the first match by DQ after Rollins used the ring bell, and then won the match that restarted after the table spot. So that was just all around really well done. I'm going to give that match an A. And then Mojo won the 24/7 title from R-Truth. No grade for that one. And then Rob Gronkowski won it later. No grade. That was just stupid. Next up on the card was Braun Strowman replacing Roman Reigns versus Goldberg for the Universal title. This was a quick match. Goldberg came out of the gate with a bunch of spears. Still couldn't keep Braun Strowman down. Braun recovered, and after 4 power slams, he is your new Universal Champion. Now, he is still Universal Champion, which is really, really cool. Overall, I give this a C grade, but I am happy for Braun. He's been through many title matches, and he always comes up short. So to see him finally win the big one is really cool, and I really enjoyed it. Next up is your main event for night 1, The Undertaker versus AJ Styles in a Boneyard match. Back when I knew it, it was called a Buried Alive match, but it's kind of the same concept. AJ came out of a casket. Taker came out on a motorcycle. So that was epic to see his old motorcycle gimmick. That was really cool. It was a graveyard, and the camera work and everything was perfect. I mean, it just couldn't have gone any better. You've seen them mostly now that they do the film style, what I call the film style matches, where they look like they're just filmed in movies, which is, to me, it's a really cool concept. Um, it was just an overall really good match that had a lot of that had a movie type feel to it. Luke and Gallows did really well in the match. They played their parts perfect. AJ Styles played his part perfect. The Undertaker, he made The Undertaker look amazing. Of course, The Undertaker doesn't need a whole lot of help looking that way anyways. But your winner was The Undertaker. Now, I'm going to give this match a grade of A, just from the aspect and the feel of the match alone. Plus, it was a great job by everyone involved, as I said before. And it was just really, really well done. It was really well done. Let's go ahead and let's look at my match of the night. Now, before we get to my match of the night for night one, I did want to mention our new sponsor for this channel and for these videos. It's my good buddy Trey. If you remember Trey, we did the baby food challenge a couple of years ago on this channel when him and his wife D'Angela were actually going to celebrate the birth of their first child, Grayson. And he's now got a photography company that he is running, and it's a great company. He was very kind in letting me have him as a sponsor for this show, one of our first sponsors. And if you guys need anything from graduation photos to family photos to any kind of photo session that you might need, definitely hit up my buddy Trey. You can go to his Facebook page at Red Dot Photography. That's on Facebook, and I will link that in the description below. But thank you so much, Trey, for your sponsorship and your friendship, and I really appreciate you, buddy. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Of course, my match of the night is going to go to the Boneyard match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles. Like I said before, it was just a great match. Everybody involved did really well. It was really well filmed, and it just made both Undertaker and AJ Styles look phenomenal. And pun intended. Yeah. Overall, I am going to give night one of WrestleMania an overall score of B+. It's just a great night of matches considering the circumstances, where they had to pretty much cancel everything and move everything to the Performance Center due to the pandemic, and it was just really well done. So stick around, guys. Coming up here in just a few minutes. Well, actually, right now, you will see night two of WrestleMania pop up here. It should already be on my page, so go ahead and click on that, and I'll go ahead and do my review of night two in that video. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging in with me. And thank you so much for sticking around while I was out for so long. So until next time, guys, my name is Brandon Dudechair Craven. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Later.